Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Bashim Chakadash. The honesty, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honor to the men under the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and those who hope to be of that number. The video is called Revelation 13 Breakdown. Revelation 13:1. I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise above the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. We'll get the word blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Strong's G 988. Blasphemia. Blasphemia.
Blasphemia. Blasphemia means impious and reproachful speech to injurious to the divine majesty. Impious means showing a lack of respect for God or religion. Blasphemy basically means to call someone out of their name. For example, the name of a guy is John, and you call that guy an arsehole. That's blasphemy, calling him out of his name. So they're calling the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, out of his name, calling Yahushai out of his name, calling the sons of Israel out of their name by saying they're not Israelites. And if they do acknowledge what Israelites, they put a demonizing label like black, because black has negative connotations. One connotation of black is sinister. They call you black Hebrew Israelites, which is blasphemy. We're not black, and you still have Israelite congregations using the term black when our people are different shades of brown. Revelation 13:2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him power, and his seat, and great authority. The leopard represents Alexander the Greek. Daniel 8:1-4. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the last. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision, and it was by the river of Ulai. Then I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward, and northward, and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will, and became great. Belshazzar represented the Babylonians. The ram that had, the ram with the 2 horns, one horn bigger than the other, was the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medo-Persian Empire, 2 separate nations coming together as one. The Persians are the people of Iran today, because the term Iran came about 1935. You had Belshazzar, who wanted Persia, who had Persia, changed to Iran. In Western world, Persia or his cognates were historically the common name for Iran. In 1935, Belshazzar asked foreign delegates and League of Nations to use the term Iran, land of the Aryans, the endonym of the country used by its native people in formal correspondence. Since then, in the Western world, use of the word Iran has become more common. This also changed the usage of the names for the Iranian Authority, and the common adjective for citizens of Iran changed from Persian to Iranian. In 1959, the government of Shah Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi's son, announced that both Persia and Iran could officially be used interchangeably. Persian is the name of one of the ethnic groups of Iran. Persia, also known as Pars, is the name of one of Iran's significant cultural provinces on the Persian language. Although internally the country had been referred to as Iran throughout much of its history since the Sasanian Empire, many countries, including the English-speaking world, knew the country as Persia, as a legacy of the Greeks who referred to the entire country after the province of Mar. I'm going to leave it there. Going back to Daniel 8:1-4. We just saw that it was changed in 1935 from being called Persia to Iran. The Medes were Japhites and the Persians were Shemites. Both the Persians and Medes were both dark skinned. And the Persians, like I mentioned. Moving on, the two separate nations that came together to set up a new empire. Those separate nations were the Medes and the Persians. They came together to set up the Medo-Persian Empire. Before that, Babylonians fell, and the Medo-Persian Empire came in its stead. It rose up to power. The Persians were the higher horn because Persians became greater than the Medes. The higher came up last, which were the Persians. It didn't say eastward, if you noticed, because the Medo-Persian Empire came from the east. It mentioned Elam. Elam is the original name for the East Indians and the Pakistanis. The Medo-Persian Empire started in the east, and the empire pushed westward, northward, and southward. This is ancient history. None that could deliver out of his hand, because it was a mighty empire. It was a very powerful empire. Every nation around the Medo-Persian Empire feared them. And I want to get Sirach 13:26. A cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that's in prosperity, and the finding out of parables is a wearisome labour of the mind. It's wearisome work to find out parables, because there will be those who watch but don't want to dig into the history, though it's not a lot of digging. That's why it's called research, because you're searching out the things that are already there. You're searching out again. Research, search out again. Let's look at the word wearisome.
Wearisome. Wearisome.
Wearisome. Causing one to feel tired or bored. It can get tiring or boring looking up this information. But when you learn the history, you get to learn the mysteries alongside them. Going back to Revelation 13, verse 2. The leopard is Alexander the Greek. The bear are the Russians. The animalistic symbol of Russia is the bear. Check it out. Alexander the Greek, he made hats out of a gutted out leopard. Alexander the Greek, he ruled for about 300 years. Okay. So the leopard, it mentions the leopard in verse 2. The leopard was the star of it, and the bear is the end of it. The lion is Great Britain. Dragon is interchangeable with Roman Empire. Esau's power structure is that Roman Empire. The tale mentioned in Revelation 12. And you can find it in Revelation 12 verse 4. Revelation 12 verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. The woman is Israel, the child is Yahushua. Going back to Revelation 13. Oh, I'm going to go to Revelation 20. Revelation 20. 1 through 3. Revelation 21 through 3. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. When the deadly wound was healed, that was when the angel ultimately, Yahushua here. The angel here is really Yahushua. So Yahushua came down from heaven, have the key of the bottomless pit and the great chain in his hand. That bottomless pit is Europe. The revelations were given to the angels and given to John. The bottomless pit represents Europe, as I mentioned. The invincible chains. The dragon represents Esau as a whole, his power structure. the Roman Empire being the Roman Empire. The devil here means, devil in the Greek is diablos, meaning false accuser. Until the 1,000 years were finished is from 325 all the way up to the mid-1300s. The Most High doesn't always deal with exact numbers. He deceived the nations with Caesar Borgia. The little season is now, he must be loosed the little season. That's now. He's been loosed for about, say, 400, 500, top 600 years. That's that little season he has to rule. And, he can't go past his little season that the Lord's given him to rule. The 1,000 years were fulfilled. That was the Ottoman Empire. J325 AD to like somewhere in the mid 1300s. For it was about 1,000 years. Like I mentioned, most I don't deal with exact numbers. And now Esau, he's been loosed a little season. He's on top, but the Lord's gonna cast him down to the sides of the pit. Revelation 13:3 through 4. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? The world wondered after the beast, because he was moving fast. At one time, no one could measure up or deal with the Roman Empire. The beast is a representation of the power of this system. When, the bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the people like, who can mess? We can't deal with this beast. Because, the teeth is military, is sharp. Okay? Esau, Edom, people like, we can't mess with this dude because of his, sharp teeth, his weaponry, his militaristic might. And the beast is also a term that people use to describe how amazingly powerful someone is. Like when you describe, oh, this guy's a beast, say basketball, you mean he can do mad dunks, his shot is mean. That's what I mean. Like, I look it up, ball is life, beast. Like, if you look at the videos, I'm just going off on a tangent here. Like, ultra athletic Davon Dillard is a beast. That's describing how powerful he is at playing basketball. But yeah, I just want to mention that. Now, moving on to Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. The speaking great things and blasphemies is also in Daniel 7. That 42 months represents E being in power when he came to USA, but it goes even deeper than, the 42 months. Revelation 13:6-11. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, the saints of the Israelites. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, everyone. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. The Lamb is Yahushua. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right. Those who lead the others into slavery are going to go into slavery. The other nations did that. He was the chief of the other nations who did this the most. So he's got to go into slavery. The other nations got to go into slavery. And here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Patience is the quality of enduring, the quality of suffering. Faith, Hebrews 11:1 tells the definition of faith. The saints are the Israelites. And ultimately, the elect. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. I'm going to leave it there. This is part 1 to Revelation 13 breakdown part 1.